Alright guys, I'm going to show y'all what's going on in the background. So this is actually a remote desktop connection to our server. This is where Inventor will run. So basically I just built the demonstration unit that we walked through together, and this is what happens right after you click configure. So right now the Spec-Master software is sending all the information to the server. This model is already opened and it's reading all of your constraints. It'll begin building in just a second. So this is what's going on in the background when you're waiting for those 5, 6, 7 minutes for your outputs. And again, later I'll show you what everything looks like on the results page. So now it begins doing its thing. You'll see it begin to resize, and sometimes the bundle will lengthen, the jacket will get bigger, whatever's required. So you can see it's placing parts now, and this is what makes this product so cool, and the fact that every single design is custom. This is not a library full of drawings. This is not just one model that gets updated. This is a custom model every single time based on your constraints, and this is something that nobody in our industry is doing. This is something we're very, very proud of. So you'll see this part of the process doesn't take very long. But what we need this model for, this model is created, a three-dimensional model is created, and then views are taken off of this model, and a drawing is made. So it's a very detailed drawing. It's a perfectly scaled drawing. Everything's just right because of the 3D model. The 3D model also allows us to give you more functionality in your business with the actual Inventor models, or we have the ability to create Revit models, which is something that we're seeing a big surge in our business with. So anyway, this model's done. It's gonna turn off all these planes, and then it's going to pass the views to the drawing, and you'll see it open up in just a second. Alright, so now we've got our drawings getting started. It's going to place 3 views, pretty much a front, a top, and a side view. This is a very, very memory intense operation to automate. So this is where the majority of the time that it takes to get your results is eaten up. It's going to place 3 views. It's going to scale them to where they fit on the page. And once that calculation, that process is done, the dimensions and callouts and all that will be placed. So it's probably pretty hard to see on this screen, just because, again, this is a remote desktop connection. But this is your field connection list, and I'll go through this again in the results page. But all of this text is live. So based on the inputs and based on the sizing calculations, this is automatically populated. You can also see down here you got this is a 10-inch unit. It's a vertical HX, and right below it you've got a model number. So this is something we use in-house. That just tells us what the unit is. Again, this text down here is live. Depending on your inputs, these will change for shell design pressure and tube side design pressure. Anyway, that's really about it here until it starts to place the dimensions, which it's about to do, it looks like. Yep, here we go. So everything's been scaled, center lines placed. These are your call outs, and all of these letters are what you'll find up here in the field connection list. So that process should be complete, and we'll move on to dimensions. There we go. So again, these dimensions, nothing is calculated. This is actually measuring from one surface to another. And I've got it built in to where once the dimensions are placed, everything is placed in the center. So it's a very clean looking drawing when you get done. So it's going to go view by view. So this view gets dimension first, then I think the top view, and then the side view. There we go. So we're seeing some dimensions on the top view. Alright, that one's completed. It's going to move to the side view. And again, if there's anything you see in this video or while working in the software that you don't like, or something that you would like to see added, please let me know. We want y'all to be happy with this. We want this to be a good addition to what y'all do in your day-to-day stuff. But basically this will act as your submittal print. And this is something that you're going to get in 5 minutes. It's not something you're going to have to schedule time for us to have engineering time. This is making you a little more self-sufficient with very little input, and the time savings is extreme. So something I'm very proud of. So this is passing a PDF to your results page. Now it opens up the spec sheet. Again, all of this text is also live. This updates based on, again, the calculations and inputs. You can read here. This is all correct. We input 15 psi. This is calculated. So how many pounds per hour of steam is required. 40 to 140. We told it that. We've got some stuff in here to kind of give you an idea why it is sized the way it is. There's industry standards, and we also have our own standards that we follow for safety or for just a better design. But anyway, so here, furnish and install one factory package RECO HX. Gives you the model number, tells you what everything's made out of, and down here you'll get, control valve is this size, main trap is this size, your drip trap's this size, and everything's spelled out. Boom, boom, boom. Down here the empty bullets those are for your other options that you can select. We didn't select any, so they're not here. The standard leg supports, this would be replaced with whatever seismic code you selected, if you select any. Of course we didn't, we just did standard. But this is a great, quick spec sheet to outline how the unit's going to be built. So now we're going to go over to the results page and show you what you're going to see when everything's said and done.